Hi, Kevin.
Father, nice to be here.
It's nice to have this time with you. Thank you so much. And Kevin, you are the chair of our parish council.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for accepting this role, and thank you for being part of this.
Well, that's quite an honor to play that role, and I'm very happy to do it.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Kevin, can you tell me a little bit about you?
Yes, I was born in Montreal and grew up in Montreal, and have lived a number of places. I was in the United States for a few years, and then spent many years in Ontario, in London, Ontario, where I met my wife Marilyn, and our children were born. And then in 2007, we moved to Calgary and have been here ever since.
Wow, awesome. So when was the first time you became part of the Cathedral here?
As soon as we arrived in 2007, we live quite close to the Cathedral, so natural place to come. So we've been regular parishioners since our arrival then.
Awesome. So is there any particular experience that you have that you can pinpoint and say, well, wow, or something about Cathedral that you think it's peculiar?
Well, it's interesting. When we were in London, we went to the Cathedral parish there too, and it struck me that one of the similarities is that cathedrals tend to draw people from all over the city. And I found that very much here at St. Mary's as well. There are some people like us who live close by and can walk over, and there are people I'm surprised come from the far reaches of the city because they enjoy being involved in the cathedral and they like the liturgy. So that's always been something I've liked about the cathedral parish. It brings such a range of people here. And I would say the other thing is the Feed the Hungry, which from the time I arrived, I just thought was remarkable. I was involved in the St. Vincent de Paul in Ontario for many years, which did a lot of good work, but really had nothing quite like the Feed the Hungry event that we have every week, and that so many people are involved with. To me, it really is putting the teachings of the church into action every Sunday afternoon.
Thank you. You see, the church is becoming active, right? I'm sure, like pandemic, it was hard on every one of us, but we see that people are coming back now.
Yes.
Where do you see our cathedral, let's say 5 years from now?
Well, I hope we will continue to see the growth. I think some of it is the bounce back from the pandemic, which was extremely hard. But I think even more than that, as the city itself has changed, that we're drawing more and more people in. I would say when we first came in 2007, it was more of an older parish than it is now. It's great to see at many masses on Sunday that there are families with young children, more children in our sacramental programs than there were before. And I think in many ways it really reflects the changing nature of the population in the city. The amazing diversity of people who come to the cathedral. Some have been in Canada, many newcomers to Canada. Some have been here quite a while, some have arrived very recently. But to me, that really has changed the nature of the parish over the 15 years that we've been here.
Wow. Now, this will be easy for you because you are, by profession, you are a professor, right? You're a teacher. Is there any message that you have for the people that are not involved yet, that are sitting in the pews and they don't know how to get involved or they don't want to get involved? Do you have any message for them?
Well, just that it's enjoyable, I think, to be involved. We have so many different things depending on what gifts people feel they have to bring. Some of the more outreach kinds of things through things like St. Vincent de Paul and helping with Feed the Hungry and so on. Some people who have musical talents that they can contribute to the church. Some people who are just good, friendly people to be at the back of the church and welcome people that when they come in. So I would just say there's such a range of opportunities for people who want to be involved. And I think part of it rests on those of us who are already involved, because I find a lot of people would like to be asked. They're ready to do things, but maybe they're a little shy or a little nervous about reaching out. So I think it's important for all of us in different groups, whether it's Parish Council or CWL or St. Vincent de Paul or the many groups that we have in the parish to be sort of looking for people who are coming on a regular basis, and as you start to recognize them, to to take the chance of just reaching out and saying, well, would you like to be an usher at the Mass, or would you like to serve in the music ministry, or whatever it might be? Because I do believe a lot of people like the involvement. They like to get to know other people who are in the church and in the parish. But as I say, they might be a little hesitant about doing it on their own. So for all of us to take the chance to reach out, after all, the worst that can happen is they say no.
Thank you. That's a beautiful message. Now, Kevin, our chair of Parish Council, has asked you to be involved, right? And he said, well, there are people that are ready to be asked. So we are doing the ask now in this format. We will come to you as well. Many of our members will invite you to be involved, and it's quite enjoyable, he says, when you're involved in serving the Lord and serving His people. So I hope you'll take that message to heart, and thank you so much, Kevin. I really appreciate it. God bless. Thank you.